Most women are chasing the soft life the wrong way. Here's the truth no one is telling you. The soft life is a mindset first and a reality second. Today, I'm going to give you 5 ways to develop your soft life mindset.
It's the EDIT.
Number 1, your beliefs shape your experience. The soft life really starts with knowing that you deserve peace and joy and softness in your life. To get ease and flow, to have rest, to feel fulfilled, you actually have to create space for that. But creating space for that starts with feeling it from the inside out. It's the inner permission that unlocks the outer lifestyle. And really, feeling deserving comes from just knowing your inherent worth. It's not something that you have to earn. It's not something that can be given to you. You have it simply because you're here. And this is a great starting point for inner work. For example, when you take the time to actually observe your thoughts and your belief systems, you can start to point out the unhealthy patterns and toxic or limiting beliefs that you may have. And that's not necessarily fun, but when you identify these things, you can get rid of them and replace them with more healthy mindset. Think of your mind like a garden that you have to constantly cultivate. Those limiting beliefs are the weeds that you have to pull. If you don't pull weeds, weeds can choke out other things in your garden, the trees, the flowers, the things that you want to be there, seeds that you've worked hard to plant. So in order to keep it manicured and beautiful and healthy, you have to pull those weeds. You could also think of your perspective like a pair of sunglasses. You change the dark pair of sunglasses for those sunglasses that give you that like 1970s summer feeling, right? The lenses are brighter and kind of have that summer glow to them, right? It literally changes how you see everything. And changing the way that you see things affects how you feel and how you move through the world. Your belief is more powerful than your reality. So remember that whatever thinking you adopt, that's what shapes your world. Number 2, inner peace creates outer ease. Have you ever heard those sayings, go with the flow, or take it easy, be easygoing, or just roll with the punches? These are attitudes that create space for ease. And here's why. The soft life isn't just about what's happening around you, it's about what's happening within you. You have to create that faith-centered, calm mindset that helps you move with grace even in chaos. This is control of your inner world. When you control your inner world, your outer world has to eventually match it, even if you can't control your circumstances. So for instance, let's say you have a challenge, right, in your life. The best thing you can do is shift your perspective. So instead of dreading this situation or viewing it like it's so hard, you don't want to do it, the more you focus on those negative feelings, the worse it's going to be for you. You just make it harder on yourself because you have to do it anyway. The best thing you can do is just go through it without the resistance. Whatever you want is on the other side of that challenge. Look at these challenges and these difficulties as opportunities to grow and learn and develop your character. All of these things contribute to your story, good and bad. And stress does not change the outcome. So it's not helping you to be stressed. It's not helping you to resist. Those negative attitudes don't get you where you want any faster. But when you're calm and centered, you develop patience and you get through things a lot easier, or at least it seems easier because you have a better attitude. Having a better attitude is what invites ease into your life. Creating space for ease is not about living an easy life. We make it easier by having a better attitude, by romanticizing, by making the best of what we have and having gratitude. But being adaptable is part of that flow. Ease is a choice. It's totally within your capabilities to prioritize ease and flow. Number 3, intentional thinking leads to intentional living. You are the designer of your life. You and God are co-creators. Sit and think about the visions that you have for yourself. It's likely that those visions are from God, right? And when you yield to Him, you become aligned with God. You can now fulfill that vision His way. And we think we're giving up so much, right? By yielding to God, surrendering to God, saying, Lord, I put it all down at the altar, whatever you want, use me. We feel like we're giving up so much when the reality is, regardless of what our assignment may be with God, it is 10 times, 100 times better when you do it his way. If he gave you that vision, sis, he's not asking you to give up the vision. He's asking you to fulfill the vision the way he planned for you. So be intentional in how you design your life. And I would say the first and most important thing in designing your life is to partner with God. Intentionally practice clarifying the vision you have for your soft life. It probably looks different for you than it does for someone else. Your idea of luxury, your idea of peace, your idea of rest and recovery, these are all things that are catered to you. You have to meet your needs, not some aesthetic that's out there on Pinterest. That's not what the soft life is about. Everything starts with your thoughts. How do you talk to yourself? What do you think about yourself? If your thinking aligns with softness, your actions will flow with clarity, with ease, and with purpose. Every time you visualize a higher version of yourself or your life, you become aligned with that. And alignment is what brings things into fruition. So if you want more softness, if you want more flow states, if you want more ease, you have to mentally align with that first. Number 4, gratitude and contentment rewire your brain for success. Now, when I'm talking about contentment, I'm not talking about just complacency. I'm talking about godly gratitude for any situation that you're in. Whether you are super wealthy or you're struggling to get it together, but you're trying to figure it out, contentment is your number one tool for alignment because it will keep you grounded. Under stress, our brains easily convince us, that we're in survival mode, and we may not always make rational choices because we're scraping and scratching to get ends to meet. But gratitude and contentment remind you that you're not coming from a place of lack. You come from a place of presence. You already have so much to be grateful for. It puts out the frequency that invites more of that in. So if you're not where you want to be financially, gratitude is definitely a practice you should be doing every day. Training your mind to focus on what you already have, what's abundant, shifts your nervous system from survival to calm and serenity. You have to feel safe to live a soft life. Really, it's just a battle of your mind. Even if you aren't where you want to be financially, you can still win the war in your mind with gratitude. Tell your nervous system, you're not gonna win and convince me that I should be hormonally imbalanced, that I should be depressed, that I should be anxious because I'm not where I wanna be. If you focus on the things that you do have, it tells your brain, I'm actually safe, I'm actually okay, and then you manifest more of that. You have to shift your mindset from lack to beauty, to the blessings that you already have. If you constantly feel like your life or yourself, your means are insufficient, you're never gonna manifest a better life for yourself. More than just manifesting, get in alignment, because that is what God wants for you. You're not meant to be just broke and dusty, okay? We're not doing that. Having a calm nervous system also means that you can emotionally regulate. So when you do have what would be a stressful situation, you actually keep your composure. This also reinforces that you feel safe and sufficient, and you release those negative emotions, which literally pretty much poison you over time. We have to learn how to react to challenges in our life with a calm and poised energy. Number 5, your mindset prepares you to receive what you want. When you think of softness, you create space for it, whether that is rest or better self-care practices, whether it's easing into your mornings, whether it's better flow states throughout your day when you're being productive. Whatever that looks like for you, this type of thinking becomes your conscious choice to prioritize your mental and emotional well-being. That is what the soft life is about. It's not just luxury cars and yachts and brunches and facials, even though we love those things, right? We do. It is taking care of yourself so that you can be your highest self. You do not have to hustle. Hold on. You can't hustle your way into alignment. You cannot hustle your way into purpose. You cannot hustle your way into an authentic flow state of life and being and existence. The reason why is because hustle operates on your power. You were meant to co-create your life with God. He made you with a purpose. For you to fulfill that purpose, you have to pursue him. Your success does not require you to sacrifice your well-being. And I beg you to not listen to anyone who is promoting the lie that the soft life is somehow robbing women of their bag. It's not. I promise you, my soft girl era is going to make me a multimillionaire. And I know that it can for you too, because this is about alignment. This is not about proving that I've earned soft living. You don't earn the soft life, okay? You don't. Your mindset is what aligns you with the things that you want. And that alignment teaches you how to receive, so that when reality comes, you're ready for it without guilt, without self-sabotage, and without hustle. My favorite mindset shift is the growth mindset. It helps you become more resilient. When you're willing to grow, it means you're willing to try. You're willing to be seen. You're willing to fall flat on your face, and who cares, right? Like, the people who try in the world probably will try and fail at more things than most people will try at ever. And you want to be a trier. That's how you develop confidence. It's not just in feeling confident in everything that you do, but in being willing to try and mess up and learn and try again. You develop belief in yourself and an inner knowing that you can grow your abilities and achieve your goals through trying and learning. So in closing, ultimately, if you want to live the soft life, get your mind right. It's going to be the most beneficial thing you can do for yourself in your life anyway. But you really have to train yourself to think in a softer way. Softening for me was very hard. I'll use myself as an example. I grew up a certain way and it was not soft, okay? My childhood was not normal. Oftentimes, growing up in violent neighborhoods, or when there is violence in the household, or when there is violence at your school, or wherever you may see it, seeing the harsher realities of life when you're growing up really shapes your brain to accept the world through that view. So for me, softening was a whole process, right? Like, I really had to do the inner work to undo a lot of the toxic patterns that I had in my thinking. And God made us to be special as women. There's nothing wrong with being soft or submissive or feminine. And being submissive does not mean you're being ordered around all the time and just dogged. Like, that's a whole other video, okay? All I'm saying is these are some patterns that I had to undo in my mind. This idea of being independent. There's nothing wrong with a woman who has her own career and goals, ambitions, is successful. That's wonderful. The idea of independence can separate you from depending on God. It can create issues like, well, I'm independent, so I don't trust leaning on others for help, right? And I'm not saying this is, I'm not saying this is your story. These are some things that I had to deal with and I had to overcome in my inner work. The most important thing for me was surrendering to God. So let's do a quick recap, okay? To develop your soft life mindset, remember that your beliefs shape your experiences. Inner peace creates outer ease. Intentional thinking leads to intentional living. Gratitude and contentment literally rewire your brain for success. And lastly, but not least, your mindset is what prepares you to receive what you want. So I encourage you to keep creating softness wherever you can in your life. Remember that you're inherently worthy of living a soft life. This is not something that you earn. This is not something that can be given to you other than as a gift from God, really. But take care of yourself, nurture yourself, nourish yourself. The soft life is really a wonderful strategy for living a fulfilling life. And I hope you guys found this content helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Take care.
It's the EDIT